Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work, and today we're going to take a look at a wireless game mapping controller for your iPhone or your Android device. So let's start the video. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Pow. Alright guys, so here we have a gaming controller for your iPhone or your iPad or your Android device. I'm not sure if this will fit a really big iPad like the 12.9, but it comes to us from the company Beboncool. So this is actually my first gaming controller, and you are able to actually remap the controls, as you guys can see from there. Wireless game mapping controller. So big shout out to them for sending this out. So let's take a look at the box. If you guys want to pause this and read it for yourself, you definitely can. They do have a YouTube channel if you guys are interested how to set it up, or if you hated my video, you could definitely hit them up and see how to do it the correct way. So it does have instructions in the back as well. It's telling you how you have to download an app called Shooting Plus V3 on Google Play or the Apple Store. So basically you're able to actually remap the buttons on the controller and have it working with the game that you actually playing. So this will actually work a lot better with those games that you could play, just like the old school games, like the emulator games. So you could definitely use this for those, because my kids actually do play a lot of Super Smash Brothers emulators, so this will be perfect for them. So now they don't have to use the on screen no more. So there you go. So let's just pop this baby out. See what it looks like. I'm trying to be fancy with the unboxing here. Alright, so let's just pop this out. So here you go, you have the controllers. They do resemble the Switch controllers, no lie, which is probably a good thing. Let's see what type of cable you get in the box. You have a regular micro USB, so it's old school, so you don't have Type-C on this one. And we have the controller itself. Big shout out to Big Mix Tech. So this will definitely not fit a 12.9, probably a iPad mini, but definitely not the 9.7, maybe, I'm not entirely sure. So this is what you get in the box. You have your analog sticks here. You have an iOS button that says there, view and edit. So you are able to change the modes from Android to iOS. I'm not sure how to change that back, but you do have to download the app. So this is a Bluetooth enabled controller. So you do have a big manual here on how to customize keys to fit your game, and you have a quick start guide as well. So this might take a little bit long for me to understand because I don't really mobile game, but they do have instructions for PUBG Mobile, key attribute settings, controller buttons, and stuff like that. And on the back they do have it in Chinese, I believe. So big shout out to them for having it in 2 languages. So let's try to understand exactly how to do this, and I'll be right. Alright guys, so I just paired up everything and I've been playing with it for a little bit. So basically how this works is you have to download this app called Shooting Plus V3, and then after that you have to hit the little connecting button, and then it will actually connect to that model number, STK 707F1. Now if you do have an Android device, you have to hit the Android device, and if you have an iPhone, you have to hit the iOS button right over there. Then after it says that everything is connected, you should have a list of games here that has a bunch of different presets, but for me it didn't pop up for me for some reason, so I had to figure out everything myself. And it did have one for Mortal Kombat, it had one for PUBG, whatever, but nothing popped up on my end, so I had to figure it out solo dolo. So I have been playing with this for a while. I played a little bit of Mortal Kombat and UFC. Okay, so you're able to do a whole bunch of different stuff. You can just do that. You can flip over the games, and you can do a whole bunch of different combos, whatever. So you hit the button on the screen, and you're able to connect it as well. You can play like that. Now, everything seems normal to me. Except I'm getting my ass whipped. Alright, so let's play this game out. And the triggers do things as well. If you want to play with that, you can do that as well. Now, one thing I have noticed is that you are able to actually remap the buttons by hitting the little edit button there. Now, one thing I haven't really figured out is how to actually remap it. I try to look for some videos, and I'm not the perfect one when it comes to that, but you are able to actually do a bunch of different presets, and you're able to save them as well, and you're able to open them up, and you're able to use them for all different games. So basically, you see the A, B, X, a whole bunch of different things, and you're able to drag it into the middle because that's the one that you can use, and that's what I was using to play. And if you want to close it, you just gotta hit the edit button again. Now let's get back into the game. Check that out. Just want to block. I'm so used to using the buttons. For these games, you have to use the stick because you have a lot of swiping features. So you just hit that, boom, boom. Alright, so you guys saw that, right? So as far as the buttons and everything, it seems pretty good. Now the actual grips on this, it feels a little bit plasticky, but the actual analog sticks and the D-pad feel like the Switch. No doubt about that. Alright guys, so overall I'm definitely digging it so far. It's definitely a learning experience for myself. I usually play a lot of fighting games, and I will actually let my kids play with this and see how it works with the emulators. It seems like the emulator games would fit this perfectly because a lot of these games use a lot of tapping and swiping instead of the actual buttons, and this can actually probably play better with the Fortnite and with like the PUBG mobile or whatever. But as far as this, I'm definitely digging it. It feels a little bit more plasticky than I would like it to be, and it does actually hide the speaker on the bottom, but it's definitely a work in progress, and I will actually figure out how to use this with the games like this, where actually I could remap everything instead of having to go through all this stuff where I have to touch the screen. So if you guys want to pick this up, the link will be down below. If you guys like this video, please hit it with a thumbs up, and follow Phone Tech at Work for more videos like this of Beboncool products and the OnePlus 7 Pro. Peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.